Video today. I want to give you guys a nice weekly outlook for this week, purely based off a technical analysis. Also, if you're new to the channel, smash that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you can be notified of new daily content that gets delivered on a daily basis. Now we're going to start here on USD Jpy. So we're going to look at the major currency pairs in the market as well. So we're going to look at these pairs and I'll give you guys a quick breakdown on them and what it is that you can expect from them coming into the new week. Starting on the monthly time frame on the USD Jpy, we can see how the market had broken above this very important structural level over here. This market acted as resistance got broken, which is now turned support, which the market had rejected. Also taking our Fibonacci from the low to the high, we can see how the market tested the 0.382 and rejected it quite aggressively. So we can expect the market to continue higher and go and hit that first take profit at the minus 27, which is lining up perfectly with that structure there as well. Now dropping down on the weekly time frame, we can see how the market starting this deceleration phase here as well. So a breakout of this area would be nice for us to see for the market to continue higher as well, because we can see how the market has just been stuck within this consolidation for quite some weeks now. Also, when you drop down on the daily time frame, what can we see? Now on the daily time frame, if we are going to look for potential long opportunities, the best thing for us to do is to wait, because this is a level of resistance. So once resistance gets broken, it would then become support. So the best way to approach the situation would be to wait for the market to break above that area, come back for the retest, and then expect that continuation higher. In doing so, the market would then also complete this massive W formation. Now, once the market creates a W formation, you can always expect to pull back to the neckline before the market continue higher, which is considered a bullish pattern in the market as well. So that's one thing you can look out for on the USD JPY coming into this week. The Euro USD on the monthly time frame, what can we see over here? So you can see here on the Euro USD again, this market. Why am I getting ads? Wow. Now I need to check my subscription. So you can see on the monthly time frame we had this massive overextended information. Now after the market prints a overextended information, you always expect the market to test the left leg before the market continue lower. Also after such a massive impulse, you expect a correction. Taking a Fibonacci from the low to the high, you can see how the 0.382 is sliding up perfectly with the left leg as identified on the information. So we can expect the market to pull back from this level because we are currently testing a very strong level of support there as well. Now on the monthly time frame, we can see how the Euro USD has not been moving anywhere at all because we're just stuck within that ranging area there as well. So yeah, on the daily time frame, what can we see? So the best way for us to go look for a nice opportunity, a nice buying opportunity over here, is, as you can see, the market is stuck within this range that we have over here. Not so I'm using. Okay, so we can see how the market is stuck within this consolidation area over here. So again, the best thing for us to do again would be to wait for clear break above this area, because once the level of resistance gets broken, it would then become support, and then from there you can start looking for a nice valid opportunity for the market to go and test the left leg of the information as identified on the monthly time frame. Gbp USD, what do I have over here? Now we can see Gbp USD has been very weak in the coming days. So yeah, on the monthly time frame, what can we see? Now we can see how Gbp USD at this level created that head and shoulders pattern, which was a bearish pattern in the market. Now at the current moment, we can also now see how Gbp USD is also testing a very important structural level over here. Now because we're still on the monthly time frame, we don't know whether this candle is going to close above or below this. One thing to keep in mind is we had broken below this structural area as well, which acted as a level of support, and all of that support is now turned resistance. So there is a possibility for the market to pull back to this level first if the market wants to continue lower. Now we also understand the importance of the the new Omicron has in GBP. They haven't changed the interest rate, so a pullback and a continuation is definitely on the books over here. Weekly time frame tells us that again we broke below the structure. The market came back for the retest, and we can see how the market has just now, literally just stood still at that point over there. But again, we are stuck literally between this strong area of support and this level that we have here acting as resistance. You can see how the market is stuck within that area there as well. On the daily time frame, you can see it's even more clear now. So sorry about that. So you can see on the daily time frame it's even more clear now. So you can see there how the market rejected that level on Friday, and you can see here for the remainder of the time how the market's also just been stuck within this area. So if we are going to look for a pullback to this level till there before the market continued over, again there's a high correlation between the Euro USD, the Euro USD and the GBP USD. The best thing to do is to not do anything when there's not a trading opportunity. So you could potentially go buy here and then sell there, trade the range, but just be careful because normally in the ranging market they call it a liquidity. It's when the big banks normally starts grabbing liquidity, and it's in moments like this where you start seeing wicks that points up there. You get wicks that start looking like that because as retail traders, when you buy at support, your stop loss will always go below, and that's where they go and hunt that stop losses. So they're just grabbing liquidity in this area. So I would not be watching GBP USD this week unless I get a clear break above that area. AUD USD, what do we have over here? We can see AUD USD, on the monthly time frame has just completed this information, and we already had that rejection to the neckline, and we can see the market printed an equal low over here. So we could potentially look for potential buying opportunities, but let's dig further and see what the market tells us. So you can see here from a weekly perspective, the market had printed this massive impulse. After an impulse, you expect a correction. Now taking a Fibonacci there from the high to the low, you can see the market tested the 0.382, which is the first Fibonacci level. From there, we could potentially expect the market to continue lower because the market had also tested and rejected this weekly area of support that's now turned resistance, and we've got the M pattern there again. So that is a bearish pattern in the market. Also on the daily time frame, what do we have now? On the daily time frame, we can see how the market on Friday had this massive rejection. Now what I can tell is going to happen next week, we can expect the market to pull back to that level first. So the best way that you can approach the situation, you can see how we've got support over there. So the best way to approach the situation here going into next week is wait for the market to print an equal low. Then on the retest, you can start looking for potential selling opportunities in the market also. And then once again, we will have the market completed this M pattern also as well. Jesus, I'm seeing a lot of M's here today. They call me Wood. My name is Chiki Sadie. Any case, dropping down here on NZD USD. What do we have over here? Now NZD USD is quite interesting because if you look at this level over here, so the market is currently testing very strong monthly support, and the market is also stuck between a level of resistance and a level of support. On the monthly time frame, on the weekly time frame, you can see it becomes even more clear. Let me just clear that. I need to check that out. So you can see, so we are just there from a weekly perspective. Yeah, on the daily time frame, I think it's going to be even more clear. Yeah, so yeah, on the daily time frame, you can see the market has also not made any moves from a technical perspective yet. So we've just been bouncing within this area. So again, if you want to trade a ranging market, the best way to do that is wait for a clear break and close. And the reason why you want to wait for a clear break and close, because you can see what happens if you don't wait for the candle to close. The market normally prints these liquidity spikes. You can see there, these are all liquidity spikes because retail traders sell there, stop loss goes above there, buy here, stop loss goes there. So they just literally go and hunt those stop losses. So the best thing you can do is wait for a clear break and a close above that area. Either way, either way. As traders, we have to be reactive and not predictive and learn to adapt to the ever-changing market environment. Let's go over to USD Cad. On the USD Cad, what do we have here? We can see how the market wants to complete this W formation, which is a bullish pattern. So respect pull back to the neckline before continuing higher. So you can definitely expect USD Cad in the future to continue this bull run over here. What we have, we can see on the weekly time frame, the other market last week had broken and closed above that structure, so there's definitely the potential move to the upside. Also taking the Fibonacci there from the low to the high, we can see how the market tested the 38.2 and the 50 and the 0.50% there as well. On the daily time frame, what do we have? Now we can see how the market we had this nice impulse where the correction in the market is about to start the next impulse there as well. Now, the best way to approach the situation from a daily perspective is we can see we are at this level over here now, so we have broken above this level of support. Resistance has now turned support, and also if you see a candle like this with a long wick, you can expect the next candle to fill in the wick. So there's a high possibility for USD Cad going into next week to go and so there we go. So we can expect the market to fill in that wick and then potentially continue higher. If you are looking for a target level, this would be your target level over there at the -27. So what you want to do is going into next week of the USD Cad, literally wait for the market to fill in that candle on the retest. You can start looking for long opportunities, and then if you are patient enough, you could potentially target these levels as well as a swing trader. So now that is my weekly forecast for this week. If anything else does come up, I'll definitely let you guys know on that as well. Thank you for your time. Cheers for years.